Shit, I get it 365. 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live. How we live. They don't love us.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as
a view of Lombard Street, and in the distance, the Bay Bridge joining San Francisco with Oakland. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night. In the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Craig Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. Now, here's Thompson. Beyond the arc. Love grabs the board. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center position.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Now here's Love. That drops.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Thompson misses.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Irving. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the basket by Curry.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
No one near James as he lets it go. Warriors with the rebound. There's the dish to Barnes. And the wide open shot from Green. No good from outside.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. No one near Curry as he lets it go. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth. And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And Green gets it to go.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow just like he got there.
Irving passes to Thompson. The shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Curry. Another three for Golden State.
Talk about confidence to pull up from out there. And what skill to knock it down. That's major league there, folks.
Yeah, no doubt about his toes on that one. He was way back.
And that one's good.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Warriors leading by 3.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. To the paint, here's Thompson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to will this Cavs team to a title, one of his greatest challenges.
And Kevin, the expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles in Miami, anything less seems like a step backwards.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Lets the three fly. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound on the night. On up the court. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He already has 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Shumpert. Pass to Dellavedova. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Really left alone that time.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Outside Curry. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Warriors lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the 5. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Dellavedova's got his first points of the night. Warriors leading by 4. For 3, Barbosa. And it's Barbosa again missing.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. A floater. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 4.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars. And Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Here's Shumpert, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Livingston, that's good.
He's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
For Cleveland, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. The drive by LeBron. And the rejection by Ezeli. LeBron against Iguodala. And that one's good. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 5th assist in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Out to Shumpert. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Ezeli. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Barbosa. It's deflected, and they get it back. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's James. Plenty of space. Money from the wing. James has got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Feeds to Dellavedova. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. Smith checked in for James. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Here's Irving. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. For Cleveland, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Warriors trail by 10. Curry. And that time, also a missed shot.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how.
And so we conclude the first half. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
From deep, and the rejection by James. Second shot opportunity. Curry with another miss.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. James outside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Irving drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Down low, here's Love. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Curry. That is good. Curry's got 23 points.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron will cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
LeBron right side. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Warriors trail by 11.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Thompson inside the line, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
He dialed that one up from long distance. That's now 26 points for Steph Curry.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
That is a real nice-looking deep 3 ball there, fellas.
Yeah, Clark, major confidence on display.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. Brandon Rush is checked in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And finished off by LeBron.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Fry dishes to Mozgov. Pass to Dellavedova. No good on the triple.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
LeBron James on the wing. From downtown, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 6th assist on the night. Warriors trail by 14. Thompson misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Spates against Shumpert. From deep 3-point range. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Rush. And that that one is stuffed right through.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Warriors shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And with that shot, the Cleveland leaders get down to 9 in the bucket from Klay Thompson.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Here's Rush. It could go. No good on that last second attempt there.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors trail by 9, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Smith is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dellavedova in at the 2-guard spot. Curry can't get it to go. The Cavaliers' shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Thompson passes to Irving. Shot from the top of the key. Buries the jump shot. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Cavs.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Green kicks to Livingston. Here's Curry with the 3, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 29 in the game. Cleveland leading by 8. Outside Irving. There's the 3. Green with the rebound.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Wow. What can you say?
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Cleveland also making a change. LeBron, he's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. On its way from Irving for 2. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's James. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry's shot is off. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And the shot is good.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 1 point on the basket from Stephen Curry. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Here's Thompson. And that misses. That would have put him up. Now, here is Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Curry against Irving. From deep 3-point range, Love grabs the board. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The shot's good from Smith.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
From deep. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Irving with the steal. James outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Down low, here's Thompson. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Warriors trail by 7. Green with the ball. Picked up by Love. Thompson from long range. The offensive rebound. Here's Curry with the 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Irving kicks to Smith. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And the Warriors miss again. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Well, wide open look for Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
Thompson for the triple, and the shot is good. Thompson's got 15 points here in the second half.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Warriors shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Curry with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Cleveland.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for him too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LeBron James. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done. Well, Irving has simply been great. 18 points and 4 steals. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Draymond Green. Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Dellavedova kicks to Irving. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Outside Irving. Off the mark. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing, and that's having fun with this game and, just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg
series
Anthony,
is tied.
and Doris Burke,
1-1.
this is Kevin Harlan along with
Next
our entire
live stream.
2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation.
All right,
of
series
our
is
Jordan
tied,
player of the
1-1.
game.
DJ 1-1. I just won this one.
He had
Next
an
live
outstanding
stream will
third
be
quarter.
in
Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower
15.
that
Next
propelled
live
them
stream
during
will
the
start at
second
8:15.
half.
So come back.
Well, he reminded us
Subscribe
all
if you
of
like
how
it.
dangerous he is as a
And
slasher. He drove the
bye-bye.
lane time and time again and got points.
1-1.